MJ, take us away
Yep.
with, again, like you said, Pep Guardiola light in Mikel Arteta.
Yep.
You've got a light left back at Zinchenko, who you recently signed, and obviously Gabriel Jesus, who you've now got in, and along with a couple of other players that you brought in. How are you feeling about the signings you've made so far this summer for Arsenal?
So far, I can't complain. The first one, Fabio Vieira, kind of took me by surprise. I don't think anyone really saw that one coming. There was no talk about it, and all of a sudden we signed him.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really the biggest fan of Premier League or Liga NOS in Portugal, so I haven't seen that much of him. And I don't like watching the YouTube reels because it's kind of misleading a bit. But
it's so misleading.
I've seen a little bits.
It's so misleading. When you're watching the Portuguese league and you're seeing someone like Bebe on the Portuguese league highlights as well, and Sir Alex Ferguson's like, oh yeah, I'll listen to Carlos Queiroz. I'll listen to what he has to say. Let's spend 7 million on this guy. And he doesn't turn up for you. That's why you can never, ever trust YouTube. Never trust these YouTube compilations as well. So that's why I get you on the podcast, because you actually do your research, you actually learn about these players properly as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. So, to be honest, I'm looking forward to see him play and to see the way he plays and, you know, the way he touches the ball, his technique, his vision, stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to watching Vieira. And obviously, it's a historic name for Arsenal as well, as in Patrick Vieira. So yeah, no, I'm looking forward to seeing him play. Jesus, I think it'd be a good signing, to be honest. Mikel Arteta's brought him into play as a number 9. So far in the friendlies, looked really sharp. Don't get me wrong, our opposition in the friendlies hasn't been the highest quality, so I'm not getting too excited or too gassed. So, but I think it'll be a good signing. I think he'll bring the energy. Even Pep says he's one of the best pressing centre forwards in Europe. So that suits Mikel Arteta perfectly. He's versatile. He can play in the wing as well from there, change it up. Arteta already knows him. And I've heard that Chelsea was trying their best to hijack that deal as well. But obviously his prior knowledge or prior relationship with Mikel Arteta seemed to be quite pivotal in him coming to Arsenal. So now I'm happy with that signing, definitely 100%. The other signing is Zinchenko. It'll be interesting with him. He's a good player. It's interesting to see whether he's going to be playing more midfield or as left back. I know.
Ooh, that's a good shout, that is, because he actually plays midfield for Ukraine and he used to at Manchester City as well. So it's going to be fun to really see where he actually starts if he does play in this Arsenal side as well. Because once Kieran Tierney's properly fit, who would you rather see start at left back for yourself, MJ? Tierney or Zinchenko?
At the minute, I'll say Tierney. But I want to see how Zinchenko settles in, because he might end up being quite valuable for us at left back to cover for Kieran Tierney, who seems to, can't string a few games together. Pre-season has started and he's already missing games because of injury. But let's see how it goes. So hopefully the season's not too far away. Hopefully he can build up some minutes and get some strength in his legs for the start of the season. But yeah, Zinchenko's going to be an interesting one to see whether he's going to play as a number 8, that left-sided number 8, where Xhaka would been playing last year. I do think he'll be a bit more effective in the final third compared to Xhaka, who's a bit not conservative, but I don't think he's got that kind of vision and that craft sometimes to feed the ball into the front when he gets up to those positions in the final third. So it'll be interesting to see actually Zinchenko and what position he does play.
What I do like about Zinchenko as well is the fact that he continues with his progressive passing as well. He's a very good progressive passer, making sure he's getting those passes and those crosses into the final third as well. And he's worked really well with Bernardo Silva and Gundogan and Rodri, who he did work with at Manchester City, to continue with those low balls in, those quick crosses across the face of goal. And hopefully that will be somewhat beneficial to Arsenal, Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko that you've got there as well.
Definitely.
Really good. But one question I need to ask you, as most Arsenal fans probably were disappointed at the end of last season, not reaching Champions League. With the summer signings that you've made, one, do you need another position to strengthen this summer? Do you need someone? And two, with the players you've got already, is that strong enough to qualify for the Champions League?
Do you know how I see the season? This is kind of like make or break for Arteta. I think this is pretty much his squad now. So I think for the first time, or one of the first times in his tenure, he's gonna be actually under pressure, but like in a good way. Like now we expect it to kick on now and challenge for top four. I'm still not sure. Still be very tight between Arsenal and Tottenham, and who gets that fourth place. And I think between those two teams, and obviously United as well under the Ten Hag, could be interesting to see what happens. But I think we've got a decent chance. But yeah, I can't say anything more than that at the moment until the season kicks off and I see how the boys play.
Because the way I've seen it as well, you've actually signed players who I believe are actually going to be starting for Arsenal as well. So you are actually making improvements in what you already have and who you've actually let go at the same time. It's just in terms of if Vieira can actually settle into this Arsenal side, if he can make his impact in the starting 11 team as well. And realistically speaking, I believe you need another striker. I don't think Jesus and Nketiah is the answer with the 45, 50 games you've probably got coming up this season to bag you 20, 30, 40 goals between them. It's going to be, you're going to have to rely a lot on Odegaard with Smith Rowe, Martinelli and Saka to chip in with the goals, and hopefully Zinchenko as well coming forward. But realistically speaking, if you were to look at probably another striker to bring in or another midfielder, what's one position you could think of, MJ, that Arsenal need to actually buy one more player in?
There's a lot of talk about buying like a right wing forward, like in the second position.
Okay.
That's why they're trying to get Rafinha in, from Leeds. Someone that can challenge Saka, not necessarily come in and take his place, but help him and push him on.
Rafinha went to Barcelona as well, so that's really
unfortunately
really good signing for them, but really bad for Chelsea and Arsenal, who were after him for quite a while. Really
I think it would have been a good signing. I think it would have been a really good signing for Arsenal. So I think someone in that ilk, I think maybe someone that's versatile that can play across the front three, because it seems like Arteta's moving towards like a 4-3-3. With Partey being the number 6 and 2 number 8s with Odegaard and maybe Xhaka or Zinchenko. But to be honest, I think we do need another versatile forward. I wouldn't be against going for someone a bit different, maybe like an actual traditional number 9, like a target man, someone that you could put the ball into the box and mix it up a bit. Because if Jesus and Nketiah, none of them are really headers of the ball, and they can head it quite well.
Ivan Toney, maybe?
Not attack him. Ivan Toney, maybe, maybe. He had a good first season. I think he got 18 goals and assists in his debut for the Premier League, and no disrespect to Brentford, he's not playing for one of the bigger teams. So that's very good stats for your first season. So I wouldn't be against Toney. I couldn't really specifically give you a name that we should go for. But just a player that's a bit versatile that can play up front or maybe on the wings as well.
Brilliant. No, it's a nice little chat about Arsenal there. And realistically speaking, I feel like Arsenal still need 1 or 2 more signings, like we've just discussed, in terms of how much more they can progress. Because this is Arteta's team, like you said. This is his do or die situation. He's got the players that he wanted. He's playing with the tactics he wanted to do. He's going to have a hell of a lot of pressure getting into that Champions League position as well. So this will be a fun season to watch Arsenal, because their younger players are going to be in quite a bit of form as well, and some of them may not even go to the World Cup in November, so they'll have another fresh bit of relaxing time as well, which will be really good to see.
That's true, but the World Cup's definitely going to add a different spin to the Premier League season. It'll be interesting to see what it's like when the pre-season has to shut down for a couple of months for the World Cup.
And we've still got the Nations League to play in September as well, so that's all to play for as well. Crazy.
Yeah, you're right.
Crazy season ahead.
Yeah, so condensed, so many fixtures. It's going to be mad.
And pre-season started at beginning of July as well, so everyone's just playing all year round. It's crazy.
I know, it's bad. I feel sorry for the players. They didn't get much of a break,
Yeah, mentally, let alone just physically as well.
Yeah, mentally, I think that's the most important type of break, is mental more than anything. You just need a couple of weeks to switch off completely from football,